Creepozoids from 1987, directed by David DeCoteau. DeCoteau? Whatever. He's known for Puppet Master 3, Retro Puppet Master.
DeCoteau?
DeCoteau?
David DeCoteau.
Is that how you say it?
Yep. Also written by Dave
It's not how you say it.
Elsenstark.
Right. Very good.
Okay.
David DeCoteau is known for Puppet Master 3, Retro Puppet Master, Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama, and a bunch of other really interesting sounding films that I think.
The Bolorama, I keep seeing that come up a lot. I've never seen it.
I've watched that.
Have you?
It's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Teenage years.
It's a Linnea Quigley movie, right?
I see
Yeah,
lots
I
of
believe
people
so.
buy it.
That's. I don't even remember it, but
Anyway.
I know I've had that and put it in. Probably not saying much about it if I don't remember it.
This movie was shot in 12 days. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. The summary. A group of survivors try to avoid the battles of World War III. When they try to escape to the Quiet Lands, they encounter something much more deadly. This film is set in 1998. That's the year it's supposed to be. The thing that I thought was the funniest about it is that they didn't even try to project what computer science might look like in 1998. They just were like, it would probably be floppy drives and stuff, right?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be happy at the very beginning. Yes, this is my pick, and I knew exactly what I was picking. At the very beginning, when they did the old school green computer font with the clacking of an electric typewriter as it wrote across the screen, clack, 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 they said, yes, this is my kind of movie.
And they were switching back and forth between shots of this group walking through. Apparently, it was just L.A., and they shot that without a permit. They were just like walking around.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, wow. This is something.
Dodged a bullet on that World War, huh?
Yeah.
Because that didn't happen in 98. We're all lucky it didn't.
But another funny thing about it is the fucking cover art, the poster for this. I don't know who those people are. There's nobody in there that looks like that guy, and there's no guy wearing a fucking tank top, and the girls don't really look like the girls either. That it makes you think that just like Blood Harvest, it makes you think this is gonna be better than what it is. But Linnea Quigley is in this movie as Blanca.
Leave Blood Harvest alone. Leave it alone.
I'm just saying,
There's nothing wrong with that movie.
But there's lots wrong with it. Just leave it alone.
like,
What did it ever do to you?
there are Nazis in the world, buddy.
I like that movie.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that whenever like artwork makes you think something is going to be better than what it is.
Right.
But like I said, Linnea Quigley is in this as Blanca.
Yes, she's in this.
And she jumped right in front of that. And like I read in the notes that the other girl was asked to do the nude scene, and then she just kind of was like,
Well, I think she's a porn star.
Linnea Quigley?
No, the dark-haired.
Oh,
yep.
is she?
Yeah.
But she declined, and Linnea Quigley's like, that's what I do. I'm here. Yeah, I think
So what's this movie about?
I don't know.
Is World War III, and these are defectors from one of. They don't really get into the sides, but these are defectors, and they're hiding. They've left the army and they're hiding. They run across the warehouse, and
I kind of get what's going on with the humans.
Yeah, they run inside because it's about acid rain is a big thing, and they got to get away from the acid rain. It's so great.
Oh my!
But so they get inside this warehouse, and this warehouse was like a army testing facility where they were trying to create self-replicating nutrients that way people didn't have to eat to benefit probably the army. And what I believe you're led to believe is the thing, the Creepozoid, is what the dude who was taking these things, it's what it turned him into.
Now, did it turn him into a monster or a baby? Because at the end of this movie, There's a baby that crawls out of this thing.
The baby thing was cool.
I did.
That's one of the okay things about this movie.
The first 2/3 of this movie were them like trying to figure out what exactly is going on around here. But you knew that wasn't going to wrap up because there was only like 15 minutes left. And that's when shit starts to get good. After the lasers are introduced, 40-some minutes into the movie, lasers are a thing. They should have brought that up a little bit earlier because I think it could have helped them out in some various circumstances if they would have let us know that lasers were in this world.
They're mini Uzi guns.
Yeah. The third act is really fun. If the whole movie was like this, I would really like this movie a lot because it's crazy. The mutant rats are really dumb, but
they look awful.
How does it go from like I thought the monster looked like a guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah, no, yes, it looked like foam.
But then
I think they look awful.
When the humans are melting or mutating, that looks
fantastic. The transformation scenes or whatever is really good.
It's like, decide on a fucking thing, guys. Put all the money into either the monster or that, and then you got your thing. Just do one or the other. Pick one. I thought it was a fun. The ending made up for all the stuff I didn't like, but I gave it a 5 out of 10, right in the middle, because that ending, that last 15-20 minutes, is a gold mine of stuff. Start out with the lasers, guys. Start out with the baby monsters. Give me more of that. Anyways, next.
Yeah. So this movie, it doesn't look good. It's very poor quality. It just looks cheap. The dialogue sucks. The acting sucks. Has a great shower scenes. Or shower scene. Like that's probably just
sexy.
That's just giving it the only points that I gave is the shower scene. Really, the monsters look bad. The transformation, like we said, looks good. And there's a really couple good scenes, like that fight scene with Linnea, and then the scene at the end. Those are really good scenes. The baby thing at the end was cool, and it had decent music. But
I wrote a note about that because that guy was Gus Moon, I think is what his name was. Gus Moon. He's done a lot of great stuff. But,
there we go. See,
his highlights.
I'm right on point.
He did all the music for California. All the music for California Dreams. That was just weird, and that weird. Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. Remember when all like the Ninja Turtles teamed up with Alf and all this to fight against drugs? You don't remember that? All right, well.
Anyway, I gave this a 3.
Low scores. I gave this one a 7.
It's bad.
Wow.
It's bad.
And nothing they said is wrong. This is just my kind. This is my alley of cheap. We all like our own bad movies. This is the kind of bad movie I like. It's 80s. It has a 50s sci-fi feel to it. The sound effects are bad. The acting's bad. The dialogue's bad. The story's bad in a 50s style.
Preach it, Jerry. Come on.
The mutant rats are ridiculous. It's a big cheap alien looking monster.
Stupid looking.
The baby popping out of the end, but it's all done very 80s and with a very 50s sci-fi feel. And cheap 80s and cheap 50s sci-fi are two things that I love, and it mixes them together well. I did hope to like it a bit more than I did.
Because of the cover art, right? That's awesome cover.
Well, just the whole general idea of it. There is the dry spell in the beginning. It's not as much goes on. They could have had a bigger team with more people.
Or just wrote some stuff in there.
Things happening.
It's just them like walking through tunnels and.
But
you hungry?
Climbing over walls.
Yeah, I'm hungry. You hungry?
But everything that's bad in it works for me in such a perfect way.
The girls do run around in white t-shirts and no bras, so that could be another half point, 3.5.
Would I be wrong?
It's very pulpy.
Am I wrong in saying that Linnea Quigley has weird boobs? Am I weird? Am I wrong in that? Am I going to be ostracized by saying that?
They're unique.
Unique. There you go. Every snowflake has its charm, right?
But this is a very pulpy feeling bad movie, which is which is great. It's obviously not going to be for everybody, and don't listen to my 7 at all if none of that entertains you. You're not going to like it. I'd liked it to be a little less slow through the first part.
I think overall, the person you should listen to the most on this show is Jason. I think he's the most grounded.
I used to think so, but I like Blood Harvest, so I don't know anymore.
We all got our biases in bad movies. Like I paid $4 for this with shipping and handling.
Not bad though.
That's included in it, and I'd have doubled that easy. I'd have paid $8, no doubt, and still felt like I spent good money on that. So.